Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Jeff Dunham. You're the other white meat.
Ramsey, how can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
I have never seen someone talk that much trash to a Memphis Tigers basketball team.
Yeah, you were talking crazy.
I had a dunk. I remember I turned to the stands and some lady, probably in her 70s, was giving it to me. I was like, sit down. I'm walking out the arena, cups and beers. Oh my God.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Playing in front of these fans is going to be the best feeling in the world. I'm super excited to play in front of them.
Let's go, let's go.
They give us a lot of energy, show us a lot of love.
You know, I always say get tickets, but there are 6 men and we need them more than ever.
We're proud of it. Different energies, Memphis energy.
I love playing in front of the Memphis fans. They're rowdy, they're loud.
We all are one. We all are Memphis.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
I'm speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio. We're in FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you're ready for game 2 of a scheduled 82, because it's tonight inside FedEx Forum right here in downtown Memphis. The Miami Heat are in town. They're down at least one player. He's been apprehended. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. In the next segment, about, 20 minutes or so, Jessica Benson's going to join me. She is the host of the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. That's weekdays, 8 a.m., Grind City Media. She'll pop in studio with me, and I'm going to ask her to do 2 things. 1, discuss the Memphis Grizzlies with me in advance of Game 2 tonight. 2, get me re-excited about Memphis USF, because it occurred to me at some point yesterday as I was traveling back home, Big Bet Bennett, there was a scenario where this could have been the biggest home game in Memphis football history.
Yep.
As it is, it's not something we've even talked about for a second since Monday. That's how much the loss to UAB changed everything. But I'm going to give JB a chance to get me excited about Memphis USF once again. She'll be here in about 20 minutes. Finish talking to Jess, take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we're going to discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Among them, the ESPN doubleheader was pretty great last night. Both games went to overtime. Thunder won on the road. Warriors won at home. We'll spend some time on both in about 40 minutes. Chauncey Billups' attorney has released a statement defending the Hall of Fame basketball player turned basketball coach after he was arrested yesterday as part of an illegal gambling ring. I'm skeptical this attorney's statement is going to hold up too well. We'll talk through it in just a bit. Eddie George, Titans legend, has some words for Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk. They're not nice words. I'm going to ask Bennett what he thinks about them a little later on in the show. The Memphis women's soccer team, they won again last night, still undefeated on the season. They're now ranked 4th in the country. Awesome stuff for Brooks Monaghan's program. I'll get you updated on them. We'll do it in the 3rd segment. And Lindsay Whiteside, the former DeSoto County youth pastor who was embarrassingly, only sentenced to house arrest a couple of weeks ago after pleading guilty to sexual battery of a minor, has been rearrested and is now facing federal charges. That's the update on this insane story that has garnered national attention and dominated all the conversations down where I live. I'll spend a few minutes on that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know, and then we'll eventually do GP's carry out and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to, but I did want to start with your Memphis Grizzlies because season 25 in downtown Memphis, it is underway. Game 2's tonight. Grizz Heat. Terry Rozier has reportedly been apprehended.
Yes.
So there's no real reason to believe tonight's game will be compromised in any way. You should be able to come to downtown Memphis tonight and watch a game played all fair and square inside FedEx Forum. Big Bet Bennett, are you ready to watch a fair and square now that we got that old Terry Rozier out of here? Are you ready to watch a fair and square basketball game in downtown Memphis tonight?
I'm so ready. I don't know how much of a contributor he was expected to be in this game or this season for the Miami.
I just don't want him anywhere around
fair
it.
enough.
I just don't want him anywhere around it.
You know, I think that's probably safe. But no, I'm very excited about the game tonight, mainly because I think the Grizzlies got a chance to start 2-0.
Not only do they have a chance to start 2-0, that is the expected outcome. The Grizz are 2.5-point favorites tonight at home, barring a surprise. Or just a, not so great performance, or whatever, it's a basketball game. But barring a surprise, at least based on the point spread, the Grizzlies are supposed to win tonight. And Terry Rozier ain't here to do anything about it.
You messing with this. Good. Yeah, man, excited about it. Obviously, we know Ja's questionable tonight.
That was the bad news.
That's the bad news. Here's what I'll say about that is we'll see if he plays or not. Okay, we don't know. We'll see, and hopefully he does play. We got to acknowledge the guy is coming off of an injury. He didn't play the entire preseason, and so for him to pop up on injury reports early in the season, and I know he tweaked his ankle in the game.
That's the other thing.
No, I know.
We all saw it.
We all saw it too. But I'm saying, dude, he's just gonna be on injury reports to start the season. Like that's gonna happen. You're gonna see him pop up as questionable, and so I hope he plays. Don't get it twisted. We need him tonight. But there is a lot of crash outs going on over it, and I'm like, dude, let's just see if he plays or not before you freak out.
Well, just a few things. I assume he's going to be on the status reports regularly, if only because, he is.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be noted, he was not on it in advance of Game 1.
It's very true. That's
Despite
very true.
missing all of the preseason, he was not on the status report in advance of Game 1. We have 4 players on it. They were all out. Everybody else good to go, including John Morant. And then, right in the middle of the game, a couple of nights ago, against the Pelicans, in HD television.
Yes, it was in HD, yes.
We all watched him roll his ankle.
That's true.
And now he's on the status report, listed as questionable with ankle soreness. This is not a mystery. But yes, people are crashing out about it. I woke up this morning and with my right arm, not my left, because I can't move.
I had to help you. I had to assist you this morning.
It's sad.
I felt like a nurse.
I had to ask you.
Am I your nurse?
I had to ask you to help me get mic'd up and get my ear in because I can't move my left arm. I mean, it's
bless your heart.
It is outrageous.
I'm here for you. It's okay.
I'm falling apart. And let me tell you exactly what happened.
Uh-huh.
Oh, GP, were you out there trying to throw a baseball left-handed? No.
Yeah.
Here's exactly what happened. I flew to Kansas City. I had dinner with Matt Norlander. I went back to my hotel. I laid down and went to sleep. And I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, ooh, I'm clearly sleeping the wrong way. Rolled over on my other shoulder, went back to sleep. Woke up when it was time to get up for the day. Can't move. Cannot move my left shoulder. And that was 2 mornings ago. I will say it is dramatically better this morning than it was yesterday morning or even last night. I got to a point last night I was throbbing in pain. It was bad. And now it's better, but still, I couldn't put my own hoodie on. That's where we're at.
So I guess what you're saying is if you can come in here and work with no arm, Ja can play tonight.
In all seriousness, the reason this is frustrating as well is because my ear keeps coming out and I can't really reach up there and fix it.
You come over there?
I'm falling apart. I mean, how do you get hurt sleeping? I just went to sleep. That's all I did.
Dang.
I don't know what's going on. So anyway, I woke up this morning and with my right arm, I grabbed my phone. And I just want to see Like,
what's the pulse?
What's going on? Just like, did anybody die overnight?
Yeah.
It really is. Like, I open my phone and I expect to see, like,
something catastrophic.
Yes.
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it almost is never catastrophic. But I do remember one morning waking up and I was like, oh, no, they got takeoff down in Houston. You know? So it's every once in a while you do wake up and it's like, ugh. Like, you know, I'm scared it's going to be Britney someday. You know? So I grab with my right arm my phone. And I start scrolling, and I got a tweet from a fella. I won't even name him because, like, I'm not trying to embarrass anybody. But he was
be nice. What's going on?
He was fired up very early this morning.
About Ja?
Yes. I'll just read you the tweet.
Okay.
He said, Ja plays one game, scores 35, and is now on the injury report. What did he tell the staff? I haven't played in 3 years. I'm tired. We know he's going to play tonight, but he had to say something. No, he rolled his ankle in the middle of game one. Like, I don't know what you guys are.
That's fair. Yeah, we saw it.
He rolled his ankle, and he didn't say, I'm tired. He's not trying to miss game two because he played game one in advance of game three. He rolled his ankle on television in the middle of a basketball game 2 nights ago, and now he's listed as questionable because often when basketball players roll their ankle in the middle of a game, and we all see it, if they got to play a game 2 days later, they're often listed as questionable. I get the frustration with injuries and status reports and all that stuff. We've joked around about it before, but this is just like, I don't know what you're supposed to do about this. He was playing incredibly in the middle of a basketball game, driving to the rim, rolled his ankle, finished the game, but we've been doing this long enough. We know how ankles work. Sometimes you can finish the game, but then your real problems come later or the next day. Either way, it's not doubtful. It's questionable. Tip-off is at 7. We'll see if he plays. The bigger question to me, like heading into this opening week of the season, was whether he would play these first 3 games, all 3 of them.
Because we got a back-to-back.
Because, yes, you have a back-to-back tonight and tomorrow. Heat in town tonight. Pacers in town tomorrow. So my question, and perhaps now we won't have an honest answer about it because there's a different variable now, his ankle being legitimately rolled in game 1. But my question, or at least the thing I wondered about, was like, okay, if he's good to go, like he was good to go in game 1, and that ankle thing never happens in game 1, would he play Friday and Saturday night? What do you think? Do you think he would?
I think I would say yes because of the circumstances. Now, if
by what? Meaning what?
If Ty Jerome and Scottie Pippen Jr. were here, I would probably lean towards no. Like if those guys were available to play, I would probably lean towards no. He's not going to play the first back-to-back of the season because he's coming off a completely missed preseason. We heard Tomas Islo say after the game on Wednesday that his conditioning still like is getting there, right? Like because he missed the whole preseason, right? And he looked awesome. Like he still looked like Ja. He looked amazing. But the coach acknowledged his conditioning's not like to the level that they want it to be quite yet. So I think if those 2 guys were available to play, that he might sit one of these 2. Because they're not, I think it's more likely if he's healthy that he plays both.
I'll let them make the decision on it. But if he's healthy enough to play, in my opinion, he should be playing every game right now. And the reason is because though the lack of depth is not catastrophic, it doesn't make it where you can't beat anybody. It is going to make it where you're going to have a hard time beating some people. But not your first 3 opponents, all at home.
Right. And that's you got to take the opponents into account too. Your favorite in all 3 of these, likely.
You need to be trying to stack wins.
Yep.
Whenever you are in a likely scenario to sack them, because you are going to run through stretches, could come next week, where we're not going to be talking about it. And the Grizzlies are favored tonight. You go to Golden State, you're not going to be favored.
No.
Because of the absence of Zach Edey, of Brandon Clark, of Ty Jerome, of Scottie Pippen Jr., when you are basically required to play a second-round rookie draft pick at backup point guard, when you're starting a center who has never carved out a meaningful role in this league, when that's your reality early in the season, you need to try to be winning. You need to be trying to win every game you can win, because there are going to be some games that
you're just up against it.
I'm not saying you can't win them. Quite literally anything can happen in a 48-minute NBA game. All right, the worst team can beat the best team, but you're going to run into a string of games or a stretch of weeks where you are more likely to lose than you are to win. And the fortunate thing, I guess, about the way the schedule unfolds is that it's not the opening week of the season that you're running into that. While you are severely shorthanded, you still have 3 games to open your season that you can win.
Mm-hmm.
You've already won one of them. You're favored tonight. You should be favored tomorrow. If Josh's healthy enough to play, of course. And that's why I independent of what happened 2 nights ago, he should play game 1, game 2, game 3. And if you got to load manage somewhere, do it on the road in games where you're a 9-point underdog.
You're up against it. That I completely agree with that, man. And you don't want you don't want to like punt on anything, but yeah, man, like you said, like we saw the Warriors, we saw them last night.
Don't punt when you're a 3-point favorite. Punt when you're a 9-point underdog.
For sure.
That's the game where Ja can go get 35 and you still might lose it.
That sounds like a kind of a loser mentality, but it's real. I mean,
think it's a smart mentality. We talk about this all the time. All of these games count the exact same. You do not get extra points for beating the Thunder. A win over the Pelicans counts exactly the same as a win over the Thunder. There's not a selection committee out there evaluating your resume at the end of the season. They're just counting your wins. How many do you have? Where does that rank in your conference? That's where you're slotted. You need to get every win you can get. And the season opening game, that was one you could get and you got it. Tonight is one you can get, you should get it. Tomorrow is one you can get, you should get it. If he's healthy enough to play, which is TBD, but if he's healthy enough to play, I would be a proponent of him playing tonight and tomorrow. Mm-hmm. If we've got to get rest somewhere, I'm not ignorant to that. I don't believe in it as much as some others do, but if we've got to get rest, load manage it somewhere else, let's pick a better spot. And by a better spot, I mean a spot where the game is a bigger challenge. You can reasonably start 3-0 despite being down 4 and possibly 5 rotation pieces. You can still possibly start the season 3-0. And if you can do that, then when you inevitably go on the 3-game losing streak, because you're going to get those, they're a little more manageable. They're easier to endure. I'd try to go get this one tonight, try to go get that one tomorrow night, start 3-0, and then look up and try to figure out where we go from here. It'll likely be a game time decision. We will not know definitively whether Ja Morant will play tonight until a little closer to tip-off, but right now officially listed as questionable. Jessica Benson in studio next.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The countdown to the 2025-2026 Grizzlies season is on, and our 10-game packs are the ticket to your ultimate fan experience. Whether you want to see the big names or just cheer on your team on the weekend, you can save money on a ticket pack that fits you. Choose from 4 different pack varieties or stack multiple packs to make sure you don't miss any marquee matchup or electric atmosphere this season. Visit Grizzlies.com packs to get your ticket pack today.
Nate Bargatze.
Look, I say a lot of dumb stuff. I try to keep it in front of large groups. Seems to go better that way.
Big Dumb Eyes World Tour.
When you say something dumb one-on-one, it's a lot for that person. I'll say it, then I can just feel that they feel the weight of my life on their shoulders.
Tickets and info at NateBargatze.com. Don't miss the Big Dumb Eyes World Tour. Nate Bargatze.
This is still a bad team and a bad franchise. What are they doing to try and get better?
This is not a team that is looking for a playoff run, although I heard on local Nashville radio, somebody called in and said they got an email Monday letting them know you can get playoff tickets to the Titans. Yeah.
Tune in to the Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt live every weekday at 8 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Gary Parrish Show presented by Ortho South. We're inside the Built Ford Tough studio. And on Fridays in the second segment, I'm joined by Jessica Benson, who looks all fresh and ready to go
That's
for
me.
Game 2 tonight, 7 o'clock tip inside FedEx Forum. The heater in town. Tickets available, Grizzlies.com. Hey, Jessica Benson, how are you?
Hi, I'm great.
How are you on this Friday?
The heater in town, but Terry Rozier is not.
He's been apprehended.
He's out.
He's been apprehended.
He's away from the team.
He's been apprehended. So at least if nothing else tonight, we know.
They don't have him?
We can reasonably
We know
assume.
who's not playing.
We can reasonably assume we're going to get to see a fair and square basketball game tonight. Everything should be on the up and up.
That's it. They're taking care of the crime.
You know what? Don't take that for granted. Not every NBA fan base gets to watch fair and square basketball games.
That's true. We don't know.
Every night, but we do. We get to watch a fair.
We do, and the Portland Trailblazers now.
You never know what's going on with them.
Yeah.
You never know what's going on with them. What a wild deal this all is.
Yeah. Wild is an appropriate word.
Just having your basketball play. Like, we tend to get down sometimes around here, like injury reports and, just nonstop nonsense. But has our coach been apprehended in the past?
No.
Ever? Has our coach ever?
Does Cash Patel know our coach exists? I don't think so.
I mean, he isn't a foreigner.
That's true.
It's possible
that was maybe a bad example.
It's possible he's on a
That was
list.
maybe a bad example. You're right.
But he's white. He's a white foreigner.
He's got a visa.
He's probably, they don't even care about him.
Yeah.
They don't care about him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think they care about him at all. But no, I doubt Cash Patel could name the head coach at the Memphis Grizzlies.
I would doubt.
But he knows the head. Hey, we haven't had a coach get arrested.
Sure.
We haven't had a player apprehended recently.
No.
We're doing okay.
And we're 1-0.
And we're 1-0. Isn't that the thing to focus on?
That's right. Beautiful.
And we're 1-0.
And the word was questionable, not doubtful.
Not doubtful, not out.
I like the odds.
I've seen status reports to say out.
Me too.
I've seen status reports to say doubtful. This one says questionable.
Yes.
Just means it's questionable. Yeah. I don't understand I understand the frustration among fans about injuries, period. I get that.
Yes.
I don't understand being fired up this morning the way at least one gentleman was in my Twitter mentions.
Oh.
Just played one game and now back on the injury report. I'm like, he rolled his ankle in the middle of the game the other night.
He rolled his ankle and went through training camp with enough of an ankle situation.
We watched it.
That he didn't play.
The ones that frustrate me are
that creep up. What happened to Contavious Caldwell-Pope? I mean, true. Also on the injury report, questionable. I did not. Did you see the ankle thing? I mean, obviously something happened in that game.
The ones that
he kept messing around with his wrist at one point. Bennett and I were talking about
when
that
I
during
saw
the game.
his name pop up when it was first on there, I was like, oh, it's the wrist because he kept doing this during the game, but no, it's not.
Yeah, when the ones I get frustrated by are somebody's name pops on the injury report and I'm like, what is this?
Yes.
When Jaws popped up on the status report yesterday,
I saw with my eyeballs.
I was like, yeah, I was watching on my iPad in a hotel.
Yeah.
He rolled his ankle and grimaced and then went to the free throw line and shot a couple of free throws. And at that point, you don't know if he's going to check out of the game. But he finished the game, 35 points, did the post-game interview.
Right.
But I'm not surprised that his ankle was feeling some kind of way.
Sure.
I watched what happened to it. I
Yes.
saw it. I mean, I can send you guys the clip if you want to. That's a real thing that happened. And now he's dealing with it. If he plays tonight, he will theoretically be less than 100%. But it's questionable. We'll see. Just this isn't the one that gets me all mad and stuff. I saw what happened.
Me neither, and I'll add a layer to it. And I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority here, but when I saw that there was a back-to-back week 1 for the Grizzlies, coming off a preseason where Ja didn't play, coming off listening to Tomas Isolo in his pregame media availability talk about how he hadn't had the opportunity to be full out in practice and not quite know. Obviously, the competitor in Ja is going to want to play, but figuring out how to manage the minutes. And then I watched Ja play less than 30. These things are laid out by other people in a training staff of how you come back from an injury. And when I saw back-to-back, I was like, I would assume that there will be a chance that Ja won't play in one of those games.
All right, let's play hypothetical then.
But I would love for that to be wrong.
Because now I think they've got an out. If they don't want to play him in back-to-backs early, you can now do it. You can now do it and just say, you guys saw he rolled his ankle in game 1. We don't want to. Have you seen our status report? We're already down 4 or 5 rotation players. We don't need to push it with our franchise point guard. Now you can say that, and even people who are anti-load management would be like, yeah, I get it. He did roll his ankle. I saw it in game 1. Let's pretend for a second that never happened. He's not on the status report at all in advance of game 1. That means he's healthy, ready to go. They told us he was healthy, ready to go. He looked healthy and ready to go. He scored 35 points. Let's pretend for the sake of the conversation that the ankle thing never happens in game 1. He comes out tonight and plays in game 2 and plays well, and there's nothing. But then tomorrow night they sit him out because, hey, we don't want him to play back-to-back, not 3 games in a row. Are you okay with that?
I would be frustrated by it, but I'm okay. I am always okay with, here's where it gets touchy, because I understand from a fan standpoint, it's not okay, right? Like that. I think that's the most glaring frustration with load management is people spend money on tickets, show up to a game expecting to see the stars play. And if there is not a clear-cut reason of why that player is out other than the assumed load management, that would annoy me as a fan. But from a long-standing, like the long game is the important game, and John Morant is arguably the most important player on this roster, and if missing this game is going to ultimately allow him to be available more this season,
there's
then
no way you can
it.
prove that to
me. But you
me.
can't prove, and that's where the older I get, the more I don't just buy it as load management works. We have no proof that load management works. The only thing that works about it is that in that game, in that exact moment, there is no risk of getting injured because you are not playing basketball.
We played our starters less than anybody else last season, and by the time we got to the playoffs, 2 of them were in street clothes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm out on that.
I know.
On one hand, I'm not ignorant to this. There is nobody that has more invested in John Morant than the people making the decisions about John Morant. So who am I to say, like, I'm aware of that, right? On the other hand, I am at a point, particularly with the number of other players that are definitely out, if he's healthy, he should be playing.
Yes.
If he's healthy, he should play.
Well, I think it's just glaring, and this is no disrespect. I thought Javon Small was excellent. Cedric Coward gets appropriately the majority of the attention on the rookies coming out of game 1. Javon Small doesn't score. The box score is not going to be this glaring, wow, he had an awesome NBA debut, but he looked more than capable. 3 assists, 1 turnover. Play smart. At the end of the day, though, he is still a second-round pick. And
you keep relying on rookies.
Rookies make mistakes.
It's going to catch up.
Rookies have growing pains. Serious competing basketball teams do not put that much reliance on rookies, barring significant injury that forces you into that position. So, yes, John Morant needs to be on the court as much as humanly possible. I think it was in the last game, in our only game, God, brain, Jaren was on the court at every moment of that game, one of the 2 of them. And that needs to be the case for this period of time where they are down the 5 bodies on the injury report.
I also think it's important to try to win the games that are winnable, because
especially early here,
because you're going to run into some that just aren't.
I mean, you have a situation like going to Golden State next Monday,
you're probably
right?
going to lose that no matter what happens, no matter how well Ja plays, no matter how well Jaren plays. Odds are you lose that game.
I mean, they didn't win a game in California last year, so yes, odds are.
Right. So, like, tonight is a winnable game. Tomorrow night is a winnable game. I'm trying to stack wins right now.
Yes.
Like, I want to, like, I am prioritizing every game against what I believe is an inferior team, because they all count the same, and we're going to run into some stretches where you're going to lose 3 of 4, 5 of 6. Like, that's coming. It's unavoidable.
Yes.
So win the games you can win, and tonight is one of those that you can.
At home.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the NBA did you a favor by giving you 3 winnable games at home to start this thing. I know they didn't intentionally give you a favor, but
a Friday, Saturday night.
Right.
Like,
you also want to be in a good spot, because November you got an awesome 4-game homestand with against really good teams, and you want to be in like a great spot going into that.
Well, that's the other thing. Just for lack of a better term, vibes. Just the vibes of like, we need this team to be successful, just to make people feel good about it and
feel good about my neighborhood.
There you go.
My downtown neighborhood.
I know you are. And so, yes, we need, whether it's, the Tiger basketball event on Bill Street last week or Grizzlies home games. Like, we need people coming downtown and wanting to come downtown and having a good time when they're here. And the biggest thing that can do that is a successful NBA team. Like, that's the biggest draw to downtown.
It is the biggest driver to downtown.
Is a successful NBA
bodies
franchise.
in restaurants.
Yes.
It puts feet on the ground.
That's
It
right.
has people going to the park maybe on a weekend afternoon before a game when you have some of those coming up. So, yes. And the other big piece of it is, we don't have to kid ourselves. The biggest driving factor is winning and John Morant.
That's right.
People want to see what we experienced in this building the other night, which is his heroics and the crowd. I saw this awesome, there's this TikTok account of somebody who has courtside seats and they film like large portions of the game and then put it on TikTok. I hope I'm not blowing their spot, but they have a large following.
Sure.
But watching the end of that game from the courtside view was so sick.
Yeah.
Like, it just, ball gets in Ja's hands and you can almost feel the crowd anticipation of, we know how this goes, and then watching it play out and the reactions and the wave to his mom, everything's great. You have moments like that, and then you stack those, and somebody out there in some neighborhood who doesn't want to go downtown says, you know what, let's actually go downtown this weekend and go watch Ja, because I saw this awesome video and I want to be in the building the next time it happens.
Like, when I was a young person, there was a dynamic basketball player playing in downtown Memphis. His name was Penny Hardaway. And it was so wild looking back on it. There was like a store, like a brick and mortar place, and you would go there and it was like a ticket scalper place. And I could go there and I would buy Memphis student tickets. This is like when I was in high school. And so I guess the way it worked is students would get their tickets and then they would get their guest tickets and then they would take them to this place and sell them, and then they would resell them to people like me. But I would like cut yards to make money to go to this place, to buy tickets, to go see this person play basketball. And the reason I did it is because when I did it, I was blown away and was like, this is the place to be. This
It's
is
fun. Everybody else is there.
This is
then
where
everybody's talking about
this
it.
is how I want to spend my time. This is how I want to spend my money. And fast forward all these years later, and there is another person capable of drawing people into a building just to watch him play basketball. And yes, the opening night was perfect. I know the game wasn't perfect, but in terms of storylines, season opening victory, Ja Morant 35.
Awesome.
You needed that stuff, and hopefully we get more of it tonight.
Yes.
We'll see. Let's switch gears. It occurred to me as I was flying home yesterday that there was a scenario where Memphis, South Florida could be the biggest home game in Memphis football history, or at least the most important one because of everything that is at stake. Now it's less than that because Memphis lost at UAB last weekend, and I haven't said a word about this game since Monday when we were more or less bemoaning mourning the loss to UAB.
Yeah.
Where are we at on this? How much time have you spent on this at all this week?
It's funny you ask that because as I was prepping for our show for today where we do our games of the week, and I made Memphis, South Florida one of the games of the weekend. And so yesterday I sat down to try to knock some prep out in the afternoon, and I recognized I have not thought about this game since Monday.
It is wild how much it can just flip.
And it's wild because you can lose a conference game
and
still go to the conference championship, win the American, have a spot in the college football playoff. Like, those are all still achievable goals for Memphis football. And yet that loss to UAB felt so soul-suckingly deflating that it took a lot of the attention out of the game this weekend. But the truth of the matter is just that. If Memphis goes out and beats South Florida, that is a ranked team that you have the opportunity in your conference to beat, to have a head-to-head win over on a quest of making it to the championship game. You still have Tulane coming here. You still have Navy. All your goals are still there.
That's right.
It just doesn't feel that way. Even technically speaking, they are all there. And it doesn't help that Brendan Lewis is day-to-day and you don't know who's going to be the starting quarterback tomorrow morning. That doesn't help the situation.
6.5-point underdogs now.
Yes.
And if they lose this game, I don't mean this in any sort of, I don't mean it the way it sounds, but if they lose this game, we're just sort of done with them.
I said it on my show and I felt really bad about it because I hate saying phrases like the one I'm about to say because this is a very real football team.
Yeah.
And we all are massive fans of Ryan Silverfield and massive fans of the University of Memphis Athletic Department. And we want success for the city, the team, everything. But it is just a fact that if they lose this game, people will not care about this Memphis football season
they can win
anymore.
The rest of them and nobody will pay attention. Nobody will.
The real ones will continue onward.
18,000.
But you'll be on your way to something that has, and I don't always agree with the notion that, well, a 10-win season again isn't enough. You know, like that is a successful year. But it's just a fact of the matter.
At some point,
that people will tune it out.
I don't want to say the worst thing Ryan could do is win 10 games again because that's obviously not the worst thing you could do. The worst thing you could do is lose the rest of them.
Be terrible.
Right. But it's you will not be able to celebrate another 10-win season if it falls short of a conference championship.
I know.
You're just and I think even the diehards are starting to connect to that. Because when you have the best funded football program, like Memphis is not Tennessee, it's not Ole Miss, but it is better than every other program in the American, and it is funded at a rate better than any other program in the American. When you are set up to do things and then you never do them, that becomes what people talk about more than your 10-win seasons.
And we were already talking about it going into this year. Like when you're discussing expectations for Memphis football, well, it's going to be a disappointment if they don't make the conference championship game. Fact of the matter. And if they lose this game tomorrow, they're probably not making the conference championship game. So that would declare it a disappointing season on October 25th.
And then we're just
along for the very familiar ride of how the rest of it plays out.
We just talk about the Grizzlies, and and then Tiger basketball will start. College basketball will start.
The rest of college football.
Ole Miss is still trying to go to the playoff. Tennessee is still trying
Vanderbilt, please speak on Team Tennessee.
We will start.
Vanderbilt Commodores.
We just start looking at other things.
Yeah.
It's not even intentional. It's not like I'm never talking about Memphis football again.
It is simply a matter of the attention economics, and your business goes elsewhere.
Think about it in terms of the WNBA. It's like it is one thing when Caitlin's there, and then when she's not, it's another thing. It's still happening, but and you don't intentionally say I'm not paying attention to that, but millions of people just stop looking at it. And Memphis football for different reasons, but it will unfold very similarly. This is the only thing, or one of the only things people were talking about, excited about, leading into the UAB game. People writing columns about the idea of game day and an undefeated team hosting another rank, and it's all anybody was talking about.
Yes.
And now?
And can you imagine? Well, actually, it's supposed to rain tomorrow, so hey, dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet. Hey, be careful with that phrasing.
You're right.
Be careful, Jess.
I'm safe downtown.
We'll see about that.
You constantly are trying to get me killed.
We'll see about that.
Thanks.
But like it was the only thing people were talking about.
Yes.
If they'd have just won that game last week, it would be even in opening week for Grizz, it would be a dominant topic in this market.
Yeah.
And it's just not. And if they lose tomorrow, like we will just, I'll look up on some Friday and I'll be like, hey Bennett, who are they playing again tomorrow? That's the way this will go.
I know.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy how fast it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, like the rapidity of how a program can change in the middle of a season and the attention. I mean, look what happened at Penn State. Like, it's the perfect example.
Yes.
It is we can fall back on that forever.
That is just a more dramatic version of what we're talking about with Memphis. It's like, hey, they could win the national championship. They're ranked in the top 5. Loss, you're fired.
Well, and worst loss of the college football season.
Right.
Followed by 2 more losses.
Right.
Followed by coach fired.
Right.
If Memphis loses 3 games in a row coming out of UAB, like very uncomfortable conversations will start to be had.
Right.
Because that's just the nature of the sport.
Yeah.
Like, if people don't hang around, there's too much money involved at this point in time for the same old to fly.
A college coach's job can turn upside down very quickly. Very quickly.
It's because they used Jess for the hype video instead of me last week.
Oh, no, you are not putting this on me.
He does believe that.
We were undefeated until they took me out of the hype videos.
In fairness, you said you wanted to urinate on a university.
Wait.
The other university.
Did they put me in the hype video?
It was Tulsa.
I wasn't in the hype video.
What were you in?
I was in the Ballin' on Beal wrap-up video.
Yeah,
so
you're
spreading fake news.
You're confusing your videos.
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah, she's right. She was in the Ballin' on Beal.
It's me talking about what a great scene it was on Beale Street for Ballin' on Beal.
Yeah, Bennett, you're
brought
assigning
in
blame
images.
incorrectly.
I brought in. You weren't here. I brought in. I had a setup of 2 tigers killing a dragon.
Well, maybe
right here.
Have you thought that maybe you've taken this too far? You wanted to urinate on Tulsa and murder UAB.
A 4D printed dragon.
It was a beautiful image, and nobody liked it. And I was like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. And look what happened.
Well,
Bennett's spreading lies. That was hurtful, Bennett.
You heard Jess.
That game stabbed me in the heart.
Stabbed my heart too.
I mean, my God, the penalty when they got in 1st and goal, I felt like I was stabbed in the heart. My heart was stabbed,
bro. Just push it into the end zone.
Because the thing is when that flag got thrown, that was the end of the game. Like everyone that was watching that, when that flag hit the field, everybody that was watching that knew that's it. It's over.
All right,
everybody knew.
All right, here's our plan going forward. Then I'm going to let you go because I know you got 70 dogs to walk.
Only 4.
Here's our plan for the rest of the season.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about Memphis football anymore, except for the final series against UAB. We'll just keep talking about that.
Fun.
Like every Friday, we'll just be like, can you believe they were right down there at the goal line?
Can you believe it?
Can you believe then they just started going backwards? Can you believe that?
I was at a wedding, watching it on my very bad Wi-Fi on my phone.
It was disappointing.
It was. The whole table that I was like doing the play-by-play to the table of what was going on.
Wow.
Hey.
And everyone was disappointed.
It's all still in front of us.
It is.
It's
Factually,
all still
you are
in front
correct.
of us. It is all still in front of us. Go win on Saturday, and we're coming in here on Monday saying, okay,
that is 100%
everything
true.
changes.
Yeah.
That is what
you win, and everything
And I
changes,
hope
and the
that's the
good
case.
vibes are back.
The good vibes would be back
Yes.
with a victory, but
Yes.
not to the extent they would have otherwise been.
No.
But we can start talking ourselves into things again.
Yes.
All right, let's hope that happens then.
Let's win Saturday
talk
and have
ourselves
fun Monday.
back into things.
All right,
Yes.
Bennett, let's.
Yeah.
Do you want to set the stage?
I just want to, no. Once you lose, we're not setting the stage.
Do you
I
want
just
to set the stage?
No, I just let's win Saturday.
I can be the bull.
No,
The Bulls
we're
are
gonna-
coming to town.
No.
I can be a one-horn bull. I
Yeah.
can't lift my left arm.
We're gonna keep it simple.
What's wrong with your left
Win
arm?
I don't know. I woke up and I can't move my left arm.
Win
Like at all?
Saturday,
you
have
okay?
fun Monday.
No more than
That's
that.
it. That's it. Stop it. Win Saturday, have fun Monday.
So you're on the IR too.
Oh, I could not play.
Yeah.
I am.
And I had to help him put on his headset today.
God,
yeah.
Gary.
I'm his nurse now.
He's my nurse. I'm worried. I'm glad both of you are a little far away from me because do you like this
You don't have deodorant on the bad arm.
It was just hard. I had to do it like this.
don't have it.
Like you should have seen me this morning sitting in the bathroom like this. This is the way I had to put on deodorant this morning.
How did you drive?
I don't drive. I just let my car drive me.
Oh, that's right.
He has a self-driving car.
Forgot.
My car drove me. That's not a problem.
Cool.
But like something as simple as key card to get into the garage. So you pull up and it's like right. I have to.
Can we change that thing?
Because I cannot. I couldn't do it with my left arm.
Every day
Wait,
I'm like
what's your
this.
issue
Every
with the
day
key
I'm like
card?
this out of my car to get in
Oh,
here. Can
yeah,
we
yeah.
put that thing like right there next to the window?
Me, Bennett, and Desmond Bain cannot reach that.
I also
That's
can't
why he
reach it.
left.
That's why I left. That's why Desmond Bain left. Is he couldn't reach the key card access.
It wasn't
His arm
accessible
for two
for one
short-
of your most important players.
No, he was like.
It really is. I will.
That's what he loves
You
about
have to be.
Did you see
right
the interview with him? He was in
next to
Orlando.
it.
They were like,
Yeah.
"What do you think about being? How is it being in Orlando?"
It's
He's
easy
like,
to get in the building.
It's easy to get in the garage. I know that.
Forget about the screens.
I know in Memphis they think everybody's got Wimby arms. They think we got.
I cannot explain it to people enough. You have to be
Right next to it.
right next to it, or else you really are taking your seatbelt off. You're hanging out the car,
leaning
trying
out the
to
window
scan it.
every day.
Buddy, I had to put. I'm not
I, like,
lying.
hurt, like,
You could
this
probably
area
find
once.
surveillance video. This morning when I pulled up to the gate, I had to put my car in park and grab my key card and come out this way because I can't move this arm.
Yes.
So it's outrageous.
Yes.
No, I went to sleep and I woke up.
And you couldn't move your arm. I hate when that happens.
This was okay, so sometimes I just sleep wrong. I got
Yeah.
that. This was 2 days ago at Big 12 Media Day. I wake up, I'm like, I'll be fine by noon. I'll be fine by. It progressively got worse. Yesterday, worse. Last night, unbearable. Unbearable.
Are you okay? How's your heart health?
I just had my heart checked out.
Okay.
They said my heart was good. Better.
Okay, that's the left side, so I was just making sure.
If I'm being completely honest with you, my heart's better than I thought it was.
Congrats.
I know. I felt good.
What a win.
I thought so.
That's awesome.
They were like,
maybe you won't die in a hotel room.
I wouldn't bet on that yet. I still think that's the most likely outcome. But I woke up today, it's better. But this is better.
Okay.
Like I'm not in pain right now. That's better. I'm not hurting. But I can't if you said grab that iPad with your left hand, I cannot do that. Yesterday on the plane, I went to get my backpack out of the overhead.
Oh.
And I was doing it with my right arm, and when I could only use one arm. So I was trying to pull it out, and there were other bags up there. And somebody else's backpack, like as I'm pulling mine out, I pulled it out too, and it went to drop. Instinctively, with my left arm, I went to grab it.
And it just...
I mean, I yelled on the plane. People started looking at me. They were like, what do you... and it was just like instinctively, I tried to grab something with my left arm, and it was...
So you didn't think of asking someone to help?
I didn't want to ask.
Not a flight attendant.
I don't like talking to people.
Common misconception. Flight attendants are not there to help you with your bag.
Yeah, no, I would never
overhead.
ask them that. I would never ask them that. But yeah,
like a nice little old lady could have helped you. She might have more mobility.
It's rough.
That's terrible. I'm sorry that you're dealing with that.
No, but like I've reached the age where in the past year, I have injured myself.
So I'll break it down
in ways that just you're not like.
Shockingly.
Like, hey GP, you tore your hamstring? Yeah. How? Walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
Hey GP, you can't move your left arm? Yeah. What happened?
I don't know.
I went to sleep.
I woke up.
I went to sleep. Fine.
You must have thrashed in your sleep.
I hope so.
You were like fighting a bear.
I hope so.
Remnant style.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I was doing something impressive.
I dreamt that Chris's car got stolen again last night.
Well, that would never happen.
Yeah, I hope not.
No.
That'd be wild, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think statistically it's not as wild as you might think.
Huh.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, I hope your arm feels better. I hope John Morant plays basketball this weekend. And I hope the Grizzlies are 3-0 and the Memphis Tigers beat South Florida. And what else? What else do we got going?
I share all of those hopes.
Mm-hmm.
You and I have all of those hopes in common.
Yep.
That's enough. Let's not ask for too much.
And then everybody gets their tickets for Hoops for St. Jude on Monday.
There we go. That's Monday night.
Absolutely.
That's Monday night.
And you get your tickets for Hoops for St. Jude.
All right. All right. We got a plan now, don't we?
I think so.
All right, Jessica Benson. Go walk your
Great.
dogs. I'll see you later.
Thanks.
That's Jessica Benson. That's the other thing. As I talk, I point.
You move.
I am a...
You're a habit.
And I just...
Can't do it.
I can't point.
Can't do
I
it.
can't use my arms to talk. Very uncomfortable right now. This is not good for me.
Hang in there, buddy.
I'm going to hang in there.
Look, man.
She'll be back in studio 8 o'clock on Monday. When we come back, awesome NBA doubleheader last night on ESPN. Both games needed extra minutes to decide them. Steph went crazy. So did Aaron Gordon. We'll talk NBA next. Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
Who's going to be the tougher team that rebounds and prevents second-chance opportunities?
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
The second annual Hoops for St. Jude Tip-Off Classic is on Monday, October 27th at FedEx Forum. Don't miss Memphis women's basketball as they take on the Vanderbilt Commodores, or the long-awaited return of former Memphis head coach John Calipari when his Arkansas Razorbacks face the University of Memphis Tigers in charity exhibitions to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, or you can get them at the FedEx Forum box office.
Can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. Boy, don't tell me. And Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. And that's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now, I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Doubleheader, ESPN, NBA last night. That was a good one. We got back-to-back double overtime games. The Thunder went to Indianapolis and beat the Pacers 141-135. And the Warriors, well, they were able to knock out the Nuggets 137-131. That was also in overtime. Did you watch this last night? The NBA's off to a nice start this week.
I mean, I saw most of the Warriors game. I had to go to an event earlier, so I didn't catch the end of much of the Thunder game, but that's okay because I would have just been watching a bunch of free throws. So, but the Warriors game was awesome.
Shea shot 26 free throws.
Dude, I just don't like watching him play. I'm sorry. I
don't mind him. I can appreciate what I'm seeing.
I can appreciate what I'm seeing, and he is great at what he does. There is no question about it. But it bores me, man. I don't like watching free throws. I don't like it at Grizzlies games. Like the other night when there was a long stretch where there was a lot of fouls being called, obviously, because both teams fouled out in that game. And I just don't like watching that. Nobody wants to watch people go to the free throw line in an entire NBA game.
Stop fouling.
It's just boring, dude.
Stop fouling.
It's just, well.
We have rules. Dr. Naismith established the rules. And when Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is playing, for whatever reason, the opponents too often have a hard time following the rules. We're going to blame that on the MVP?
Dude.
We're going to blame that on the scoring champ. We're going to blame that on the reigning world champion.
I mean, I think he's gotten really good at tricking the refs.
You think he's a ref tricker?
Because, man, in that final possession, he's dry. He immediately falls down when he goes to the rim. I'm sorry, I don't like it.
You know why I can appreciate it rather than be frustrated by it? Because every time we bring a perimeter defender into the studio and end up talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not people who watch him, but people who have to guard him. Jalen Wells, we bring him in here. You know what they say?
No,
they are like, it's just hard.
Yeah.
He just makes it very hard. It's unusual and it's difficult. They don't, I don't hear Jalen Wells complaining about the way Shai Gilgeous-Alexander plays as much as he's just like, whoa, man, it's really, really tough to deal with.
The thing that bothers me,
I don't get the bitching from the players as much as I hear it from the fans. Does that make sense?
The thing that bothers me, well, we'll see. I bet it's on its way. And he's never said anything, but I can tell Ja gets frustrated that he does not get those calls. You watched that game the other night, and Ja gets hacked going to the rim a lot, and he doesn't do the falling down stuff as much, and he talks to the refs quite a bit about it. And I think Ja is getting fouled in a lot of the same ways that Shai is getting fouled. Let's just say that. And they don't get called. I just believe that.
Sounds like you have an issue with the league office.
I don't know. Maybe let's look at some tape and see. I don't know. It's frustrating to watch, man. It's frustrating, okay? It's just frustrating.
So game one, it was 141-135 double overtime. The number specifically, Shai was 15 of 31 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 23 of 26 from the free throw line. He finished with a career high 55 points. And then we got the nightcap, Warriors and Nuggets. And Aaron Gordon made his first 8 three-pointers and was 10 of 11 from 3 in the game. He finished with 50 points, but on the other side, you had Steph, who got 42, 6 of 12 from 3. Just another incredible performance. I know he's not, or at least I think he's not, what he used to be, but he is still undeniably one of the best basketball players in the world. The Kuminga stuff still seems to be working through 2 games. You said this, I guess, yesterday or day prior. You're like a believer in this Warriors team. The idea that they maxed out on championships might not be true.
I think, well, you could look back to last season and when they went and got Jimmy Butler, they went on a big run with him. And I think it's just kind of carrying over into this season. And yeah, that Kuminga thing looks like it's going to work out for them. So
yeah, he's they're starting small.
Yeah.
And they can get big, but they're starting small with Draymond in the middle. I don't know. Just there's been a few times throughout this Steph-Draymond dynasty where people have prematurely just thought it was over and it's time to blow it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's been said by reputable NBA analysts multiple times in recent years. It's the end of the road. It's time to make decisions. If Steph ever wants to compete for another championship, he's going to have to move, go do it somewhere else. And it looks like maybe, I know the Thunder are still the Thunder, but it looks like maybe that's not true. Like maybe they're not the Thunder, but can they emerge as one of the threats to the Thunder in the West? Yeah.
I think so.
And it looks like they might be that. Fun night of basketball.
Yeah, man, it
last
was.
night on ESPN.
Number 2.
Chauncey Billups' attorney released a statement last night defending his client and suggesting that they are willing and eager to take this to court. Chauncey, of course, yesterday was arrested and charged for his alleged role in an illegal gambling ring. It sounds like, I mean, he is actually, it appears, caught up in both sides of this, because I think the way all this was presented yesterday got a little confusing, because you hear like illegal gambling scheme and then betting and you think it's basketball, and some of it is, but other parts of it were just like a poker game that was rigged from the jump. And allegedly, Chauncey's got his hands in both of these things. He's giving insider information about who's not going to play for the Blazers as he's the coach of the Blazers, basically telling people Damian Lillard's not playing tonight before Damian Lillard's on the status report at all, and that is in violation of all sorts of stuff. But he's also tied up in this illegal poker game where it sounds like the idea behind it was get wealthy people who have more money than they have sense or professional poker players, but you lure them to this game, high stakes, private, illegal, but high stakes private poker game, which are very common throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
You lure them to this game with the idea of, yeah, you could play with Chauncey Billups. You know Chauncey Billups won a championship with the Pistons, coach of the Blazers, in the Hall of Fame. Hey, why don't you come play cards with the Hall of Famer tonight? And then, rich people just like to have that story. Oh, yeah, there was this one night I was in Manhattan down in Greenwich Village, played poker all night with Chauncey Billups. Like, people just like having that story, right? So Chauncey was the thing that lured people to this game, and then the game was rigged. I mean, X-ray tables.
That was wild to read.
I mean, wild.
Yeah.
Wild. And what's interesting about it is now all these old clips are starting to resurface. Did you see this clip of this professional poker player from like 2 years ago that resurfaced yesterday?
No.
Okay. So it's a guy, I don't know who he is, but he's apparently a poker player who has a podcast, or a poker player who goes on podcasts.
Okay.
Everybody in the world has a podcast. You know that, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so this guy's a person in the world, so he had a podcast. And this is 2 years ago. Keep in mind, we didn't know about this till yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's on a podcast 2 years ago. And he's like, yeah, I heard about this game involving like Chauncey Billups. And he's like, the game was so obviously rigged. And the other person's like, what's going on? He's like, you hear about this game, Chauncey Billups involved. And I've got, like, there's real professional poker players who went there and just got cleaned out. And it was like, you got guys re-raising you, trying to hit, you're asking yourself to get lucky over and over again. You should not be in this hand, but you're in the hand, and then the one lucky thing that could save you, it actually happens. And so this guy's explaining, he's like, got these poker players going there. They think this like high stakes game, Chauncey Billups, yeah, we'll go over there, clean them out. They get cleaned out, but they went back because they were like, dude, these players are so bad. And it's like, yeah, they're bad, but they're intentionally bad because they know what's coming. Like if you're at a blackjack table and you've got a king and a 9, and you've got 19 against, you got 19, you just stay, right? But what if you know the next card coming out of the shoe is a 2? What if you know that? You can see it. It's a 2. You're hitting the 19? Yeah, I'm going to hit 19. I don't care. I'm hitting 19. 2. 21. Wow. If you're not wise to what's going on, you might be like, what is this idiot doing? Well, the idiot knows the 2's coming. That's what this poker game was. It was people, the whole game's rigged. So even these professional poker players, at first, they're like, these players are so bad. I'm going back. And they get cleaned out again. It's like, all right, I see what's going on. I don't know exactly how this is happening, but we got set up. So 2 years ago, this guy's talking about this. Connected. The Chauncey Billups poker game is like, it was kind of like a known thing in poker circles. You don't want to get involved in that game. And so now here we are. Anyway, the attorney releases a statement yesterday. Anyone who knows Chauncey Billups knows he is a man of integrity. Men of integrity do not cheat and defraud others. To believe that Chauncey Billups did what the federal government is accusing him of is to believe that he would risk his Hall of Fame legacy, his reputation, and his freedom. He would not jeopardize those things for anything, let alone a card game. I'll just stop right there. The rest of it is whatever. That's a nice statement, I guess. Except it flies in the face of everything we know about everything. Because he's a Hall of Famer, he wouldn't risk something. Hall of Famers risk stuff every day. What are you talking about? Alex Rodriguez was a Hall of Famer, risk stuff. Barry Bonds a Hall of Famer, risk stuff. It's the same argument that those who are trying to defend Steve Ballmer or the Clippers make. And it's rooted in just something we know isn't true, which is the idea of, why would somebody this rich
that already has it
or
all,
this successful or this do something so stupid? The world is filled with people and has forever been filled with people who seemingly have everything or too much to lose, and yet they still jeopardize it all the time, put themselves in bad positions all the time, make terrible decisions, and pay a price. So that is not a defense. Saying, why would somebody like Chauncey Billups get caught up in something like this? I don't know, because that's the way the world works. People get caught up in stuff all the time. All the time. And when you are being credibly accused of being involved in a rigged poker game and credibly accused of giving insider information on basketball games in clear violation of everything you're told you're supposed to do, what are the odds that it's all just a misunderstanding?
Yeah, I mean, when the feds get involved, like there's a smoking gun. Yeah.
By the time they knock on your door, they got you.
Yeah.
They got you.
By the way, I cannot get enough of the Sopranos memes. Like, just give me more. I love them, every one of them. They're so good. That's one of the great episodes of The Sopranos, the poker game. Because who is it? You mentioned, like, there's famous people at this game that lure you. It was like David Lee Roth and LT and Frank Sinatra Jr.
That's the way these things work.
Yeah, yeah.
You get how do you get the rich people there? You tell them you can come play poker with Lawrence Taylor. Hey, you can. Oh man, Lawrence Taylor from the Giants. Oh man, I grew up watching Lawrence Taylor. That'll be a story forever. You'd be like every dinner party you're at for the rest of your life. Oh, you still playing cards? Oh man. Hey, didn't you play in a game with Lawrence Taylor one time? Tell that story. You got that story forever. Man, ain't none people like to do other than tell stories about shit they've done, right? So that's and Chauncey Billups was that guy. It appears it is what it is. Like, he's done. He's done. Do you see
allegedly?
Did you see the Jacina Anderson tweet yesterday?
I did.
That's bad. We might be coworkers. I can't keep track of it sometimes. So if we are, I say this I'm just speaking candidly. Just because a source will give you a quote does not mean you should use it, particularly when it's that. So this is all going down. Chauncey Billups is arrested. Jacina Anderson tweets, just talked to an NFL general manager anonymously. And he said, quote, Chauncey Billups is one of the greatest men I've ever known. He'll be fine. One of the greatest men you've ever known? He's like credibly accused of some pretty serious things. And oh, by the way, has been accused of some pretty serious stuff in the past as well. One of the best guys you know? He'll be fine? Doesn't sound like it. He's in handcuffs. Doesn't sound like he's going to be fine. Sometimes you could just take the quote and put it in your back pocket. Reminds me, last college basketball season, if you remember, Auburn was on the way to Houston to play a game, and they had to divert the plane, emergency landing, because there was 2 players got into a fist fight on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a college basketball reporter who tweeted, just talked to somebody at Auburn. They said the plane had to land because of some horseplay on the plane. No big deal. And I was just like, pilots aren't emergency landing planes over horseplay. Horseplay is like when my kids start thumping each other on a plane, right? This was a fist fight between 2 adults on a plane. Like, just because somebody told you that doesn't mean you have to share it because it's so obviously not true. And the same thing with this quote yesterday. Chauncey Billups is one of the best men I've ever known. Doesn't sound like it. Maybe today is not the day to tweet that. Guy coached a basketball game on Wednesday night, arrested on Thursday.
Wild.
And now his freedom is very much up in the air. Good luck.
Number 3.
Eddie George has got some not so kind words about Tennessee Titans owner Amy Adams Strunk. He said she has set the franchise back, quote, at least a decade and maybe more. Do you agree with your Titans legend, Eddie George?
Well, when Eddie talks, I listen. I've got his bobblehead right there on the shelf.
Eddie George is your Darryl Strawberry, is your Dwight Gooden. Is that fair?
So
do you admire him that way? If I could bring Eddie George in here, would you feel like a kid again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'd be starstruck with that one. Yeah, for sure. Him and McNair, those. That's like my.
Well, I can't get him.
Yeah, but those are like my.
I can work on Eddie, but
those are like
the other one's tough.
Those are like the first 2 football players that I was like just a massive fan of. Yeah. So yes. And so when he talks, I listen. And listen, here's the thing too, man. He's connected. Like, he's been there. He's been in Nashville. I know he's with Bowling Green now, but he was coaching at TSU for a long time. Like, he's been around that thing for a long time. So, he knows. Like, it's such a weird thing because.
And Amy Adams is Bud Adams' daughter.
Yeah, and it's such a weird thing because and so she inherits the team right when Bud Adams passes away. But in their own division, like, you look across and you have the Colts and you have Jim Irsay who passes away, and because what the argument that they make there, that when one of the big things when they fired the coach a couple weeks ago and had the big press conference, a lot of the media is like, why is she not here? Like, talking. This is one of the worst situations in the league. Is people just it's bad, right? Mm-hmm. It's probably one of the worst franchises in the league right now. And so they're like, where is she? Why is she not talking? We haven't heard from her. We don't know what's going on. And then on the flip side, you look at the Colts in the same division. Jim Irsay passes away, and his daughter is like on the sideline with a headset. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. And I know every situation's completely different, right?
But I'm fascinated by this, and it's not unique to sports. So I guess this is just the way the world works. But it is interesting to me that. I mean, I don't even know what makes a good NFL owner exactly, right?
Sure.
I mean, I have some ideas about it, but it's interesting to me that you can be an NFL owner, and let's say you run the franchise well. You're considered one of the good ones, all right? One day you will die, and the way these things usually work is your oldest child or your children are now running an NFL franchise. How do we know if they're equipped to do it? Could they possibly be equipped to do it? Now, I recognize this happens in other aspects of life too, right? Mm-hmm. Children of CEOs end up running things pretty often, even here in Memphis, Tennessee. But let's say at FedEx, like FedEx is a huge thing, and Richard Smith, Fred's son, has a prominent role there. But we're not all sitting around every day watching FedEx and living and dying with FedEx and talking about how well FedEx did today. Hey, FedEx is on TV today at noon. We're going to watch FedEx for 3 hours and live and die with it and then discuss what it is. It's just sort of something that, I think it's interesting that we hand these sports franchises over to people for literally no other reason than your mom or dad or parents ran it and owned it, and now it's yours. And we have a country with professional sports franchises being run by people who their only connection to it is that their mom or dad or somebody related to them used to run it. Like, think about this for a second. What if this is my job? This is mine. From 10 to noon, this is mine. And then I die tomorrow, which, it's on the table, it feels like. I can't, my left arm. Mm-hmm. And then it's just understood tomorrow, my oldest son is coming to do the show. Whether he knows how to or not, it's his. Isn't that weird? But that is the way NFL franchises work.
It's true, yeah.
Your dad died. Now you're in charge of this NFL franchise. What? Yeah, it's yours.
And I mean,
that's the way these things happen.
Like Stephen Jones has been like preparing to be the Cowboys owner forever, probably. Right? Like he's always with Jerry. So like, every situation's different. But yeah, it's kind of a
wild thing.
Wild thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a wild thing. Anyway, I think Eddie George is probably right. I don't know exactly who set this franchise back, but somebody has, and the owner's a good place to start. I mean, it does feel hopeless on some level.
It feels completely hopeless.
You don't
right
even
now.
love your quarterback anymore. At least 2 months ago, you could be like, well, at least we got the quarterback.
Yeah.
You ain't even there.
No, it's more
you
like,
feel worse today than you felt before the season even started.
For sure. I mean, with him, it's just he is just in a position like he is set up to fail right now. I cannot sit here and have any kind of thoughts about what I think he's going to be or anything. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I hope he's going to be awesome. And he is going to be awesome one day, 4 years from now, when he's the quarterback in Tampa Bay. There have been signs that, like, I've seen things this season that I'm like, oh man, I'm encouraged. But like, it's just been such a disaster. It's hard to know. So,
wow. I wish you and Eddie George luck.
Yeah, thanks, man.
You got it. It's the least I could do.
Number 4.
Memphis women's soccer team won again last night. 4-0. They beat UTSA. They went down to San Antonio and smacked those Roadrunners around. Won it 2-0. So the regular season finale is now Sunday.
Okay.
That's against Temple here in Memphis at noon. The Memphis women's soccer team is probably going to finish this regular season undefeated. They are 14-0-2. They have 2 ties. One of them is against Tennessee, which is another top 5 team in the country. And Brooks's program is ranked 4th in the country. It's the highest ranking in school history.
Let's go get that trophy.
Let's go get all the trophies. All the trophies.
Let's go get that trophy. We did this last year and it was fun. What was it? Arkansas when they played on the they were in Fayetteville.
Like, these games are on ESPN Plus. You can watch these.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to do this again. I am. Let's go get that trophy.
Like, I don't know anything about it other than they're really good and Brooks is the coach. Mm-hmm. That's the extent of what I know. But 14-0-2, ranked 4th in the country. And yes, we spend a lot of time talking about football and basketball because those are the prominent sports on that campus and the money makers.
Yep.
Or at least the theoretical money makers. But the best program on that campus, it's not even close. And I say this respectfully to Penny, to Ryan, to everybody else. But it's not close. The best program on that campus is the Memphis women's soccer program.
Well,
and they won again last night.
Think about it. Like, how many times do we ever have the opportunity to say we have arguably the best team in the country right here about anything, about any of our sports?
Yeah. I mean, we could do it in 2008 in basketball, but yeah, it's not.
It's extremely rare.
It's extremely rare. And I don't know if that's true right now, right? They're not ranked number 1. They're ranked number 4.
I think Rifle won a national title.
Yeah, it sounds like something the Rifle could do.
I think Rifle won a national title, so kudos to them.
Kudos to Rifle, always. But yes, they're excellent, and they were excellent again last night, closing things out on Sunday against Temple. And then we get the American tournament, and then it's NCAA tournament time. Let's go cut nets.
I love the NCAA tournament. Any sport.
Any sport.
You say NCAA tournament, I'm in.
I think we should cut nets. And by that, I mean just like in basketball where you cut the nets after you win the championship.
Do they do that with the soccer goal?
No, but I think we should. Let's cut the nets.
That's a great idea.
I think it is. I just thought of that right off the top of my head. We're going to cut nets.
Let's cut the nets.
Women's soccer, win the American Conference tournament, and then let's cut the nets.
I want to say, those are probably expensive though, dude. Like the basketball nets, those are like $5. And you just replace it around the rim. Like that's the soccer, you might like ruin the whole goal.
Well, then maybe we'll just bring a basketball goal out there and let them, cut nets. I just like cutting nets.
We can afford soccer nets. We'll
How much a good soccer? Let's look. I can't really
I don't speak. It's fine.
Yesterday,
Don't even look it up.
I'm a little better now, but yesterday, as I was like working, if I wanted to like type, I would have to do this. Look what I would have to do.
That's brutal. By the way, why you're taking some time to type when you're Nick did say put some respect on the Palm Squad. That's true. They're national champions.
Palm, you don't got to tell me that.
Yep. So sorry to the Palm Squad. They're national champs as well.
I'm trying to see how much a good soccer net. Oh, buddy, I think I can get you one for about $90.
Oh, come on.
That's not the good one though. Good one's going to run you about $300.
Oh, I was going to say I could throw in 90 if we want to cut nets and get like the image, but I might pass on 300.
I tell you what.
Will you?
Here's what I will do.
Okay.
If the Memphis women's soccer team will actually bring scissors to the American Athletic Conference tournament, and after they win it, cut the net down, I will, yes, cover the expense of it. I will pay for that. I will buy a new net.
You're a great alum.
That will be my donation.
You're a great alum.
I will buy a new net for the University of Memphis.
Good.
If we can cut a net. I just like to watch people cut nets.
I do too. It is fun.
It is fun.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 5.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'll just read you straight.
Like I know everything about this.
I'll just read you straight from localmemphis.com, and then we'll have a conversation. Here's the lead. Posted last night, a former youth pastor and assistant basketball coach in Hernando has been indicted on federal charges of transporting a minor across state lines for sex, DeSoto County Sheriff Thomas Tuggle announced at a press conference yesterday afternoon. This case has gotten a lot of attention here locally, has started to generate national headlines after the sentencing for the young woman, Lindsay Whiteside, came in a couple of weeks ago, and she was sentenced while facing a maximum 30 years in prison. She was sentenced to nothing but house arrest, and that is really what flipped this into another entire territory, and has made this case be a real lightning rod in the area. You and I have talked about this off the air for months, because it is something that's sort of been simmering in the community for quite some time. It really took a turn several weeks ago with protest and all sorts of stuff.
And then the news is
started
covering
picking
it.
up on it, and it just. But it's such an ugly story, and I've had some people ask, like, "Are you going to talk about this?" And I never really knew whether it was appropriate to talk about it, when the right time was to talk about it. When the sentencing came down a couple of Mondays ago, that would have been the perfect time, but that is also when I was out on vacation. So I did post about it, but did not talk about it. And the reason I was sort of conflicted on, like, what do you do with this, is because I don't know these people, all the characters involved. Really, like, I think I maybe see them in passing or whatever. I don't know half the people I know, right?
Yeah.
But my wife is friendly with. My wife is part of this community, and it knows everybody, and so like I've known the ins and outs of this story and watched it from every angle for a while. So, just to back up, there's this woman named Lindsay Whiteside. And just as Local Memphis describes, she is a youth pastor, basketball coach, a mentor of children in the community. And among the young people she is mentoring is a young girl. And this relationship starts when the young girl is 15 years old. I believe there's a 9-year gap in age between the predator and the victim. So you can do some math on that, 24, 15, something like that's what we're looking at. Lindsay Whiteside is arrested last, I believe, November, and charged with sexual battery of a minor, where she is in a role of leadership and mentoring. And that's a headline, and that's a thing everybody is talking about in the community. And the way the district attorney tells the story is that from launch of investigation to indictment, it was like 5 weeks. This was very quick. And it's because the evidence of what happened here was overwhelming. You have victim testimony, family testimony, but even more than that, 64,000 pages of text messages that detail how this relationship started and unfolded. And among the just really disturbing parts of it is that according to the district attorney in DeSoto County, if you go back and look at the text messages, like where does it start? It starts with the young girl. Like the responses to her mentor, her youth pastor, are like, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. She's talking to this woman as if...
An authority figure.
Yes. It's yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, I can do that. No, ma'am, I can do that. Yes, ma'am, thank you for this. That's where the conversations start. The district attorney alleges, and nobody disagrees, that the grooming started when the young girl was 15 years old and the sexual assault started when she was 16. And it got real manipulative and just a nightmare of a situation. This is a woman who gained the trust of this family and would, according to the district attorney, they have evidence of this, like set up situations for these things to happen. In other words, this youth pastor would come into your home and say, hey, mom and dad, I know you guys have been busy and overwhelmed. You deserve a night out. Take a load off. Relax. I got you these concert tickets. Go have a good time tonight. And I'll stay here with your daughter. I'll take care of everything here at the house. Oh my God, how sweet is that? Our youth pastor bought us concert tickets. Wow, how amazing is it to have somebody in our lives like this? Somebody so giving and such a good role model for our daughter. That's where they were. You go to the concert, your daughter's sexually assaulted by the person who got you out of the house. There's stories about church trips. They'd be on the bus. Lindsay Whiteside, according to the district attorney, is like, she's in charge of the stuff, in charge of who sits where. She would sit next to the little girl on the bus. I apologize. I don't mean to talk this way, but I want people to understand what happened. Would put a blanket over the little girl. And a sexual assault would happen on that bus in front of these other children. So this is what happened. This is what she was arrested for late last year. And then for reasons that'll never make sense to me, it simmered all summer. In part because Lindsay Whiteside, this now convicted sexual predator, this convicted sex offender, was employed by a local business in South Haven and more or less made the face of their social media. Like a store. Make a post. Hey, come to the store and buy this stuff. We're open till 6, whatever, right? And it's Lindsay Whiteside talking. Charged with sexually assaulting a kid. And she's the face of social media of the store in South Haven. So the store would post this. And then people would jump in and be like,
what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
But just as bad, or just as often rather, people would jump in and say, oh, Lindsay, you look so great. Oh, Lindsay, oh, wow. Can't wait to see you. Oh, Lindsay, you look like you're doing great. Now imagine what it's like for this family. And this is the part that got me the most upset. This family, your mom and your dad, you're members of this community. Your kids go to this school. Your family goes to this church. You play basketball. You're just like DeSoto County, everybody kind of knows everybody. At least everybody who runs in certain circles kind of knows everybody, right? Imagine a youth pastor comes into your home, is sexually assaulting your daughter. You find out about it. You're devastated. Your daughter is devastated. This is something you're dealing with and will maybe have to deal with for the rest of your life. This is real childhood trauma. And every time you open Instagram on your phone, you see a local business putting the woman who did this to your daughter front and center as the face of their business, and you see people you know, people who taught your kid, people who say they're your friend, jumping on this Instagram. Heart emojis, likes. Hey, Lindsay, you look so pretty. Hey, Lindsay, so great to see you here. Oh, I can't wait to come shopping there. Can you imagine what that's like? Imagine. Your son is sexually assaulted by a youth pastor that you and your wife trusted. They're arrested. You know what happened. And then you jump on Instagram and see a local business putting the person who did that to your son, I'm talking to you, front and center of their business. And then you see people you know and people you like liking those posts. Can you imagine?
No.
I would kill somebody over this. I cannot imagine what it would be like to jump on Instagram, see the person who did this to my kid as the face of a store, and then see people who act like they're my friends, act like they care about my family, liking those posts, commenting positively on those posts. And then I bump into you at the Mexican restaurant down the street. Buddy, you better hope not. Don't ever speak to me again. But that's what this family has had to deal with all year long. Cruel. The store that made this predator the face, cruel. As the husband of a small business owner, I don't root against small businesses, but man, you deserve whatever you get. Cruel. I know they can rationalize in their own head what they were doing and why they were doing it. You need to look at it from the other perspective. What if it was your kid and you had to see that person as the face of a store and your friends liking those posts? Unforgivable. So they've been dealing with this all year long. Heartbreak. And then credit where credit's due. There's some woman who apparently lives down near where I live named Aubrey, who's a TikTok star. I don't know her. I gather we have mutual friends. I can't wait to bump into her at Taco Felix or something. She was just as bothered by everything I just explained to you, the social media stuff in the store, putting this person on full display in a positive way. She was so bothered by it that she decided to start bringing attention to it on TikTok, and it started to blow up. And you started getting protesters down there. And it became a thing to where it became a big thing. And so that was all just had created more attention. And then it all culminated a couple of Mondays ago with the sentencing. It's like, Lindsay Whiteside's going to be in court today and she's going to be sentenced. This is the day. All right. She's facing 30 years. The sentencing hearing, the victim testified, the family testified. The victim asked for 30 years. The victim's family asked for 30 years. The district attorney asked for 30 years. And the judge, who was a special judge, because the two judges that would have otherwise sat for this case recused themselves because of conflict of interest, relationships, the perception of impropriety, which, to be clear, nobody has an issue with that. The judges most believe...
Like you said, a lot of people know each other in this area.
Nobody has an issue with the judges recusing themselves. But because that happened, a special judge, a retired judge, got appointed to this case. So, the victim asked for 30 years. The district attorney asked for 30 years. The judge sentenced Lindsay Whiteside a couple of weeks ago to 3 years of house arrest. No prison. None. And then the uproar comes. School board meeting the next day, packed, and now it's
blown up.
It's blown up into a thing. What's interesting is this judge, Judge Haworth, had a case earlier in the year, as the district attorney tells the story. It was a sexual assault case, adult, and a minor. But the adult is a black man, not a white woman. In that case, according to the district attorney, the victim refused to be involved in the case. The victim did not want to go forward with this case. But the district attorney said, I got the case, I've got the evidence, and I'm not going to let this go, even if you want me to. So the district attorney pursued the case, even without the cooperation of the victim. My point being, when we got to the sentencing hearing there, because that was a guilty, that was a conviction as well, we got to the sentencing hearing there. There was no victim to ask for 30 years. There was no family to ask for 30 years. Nobody asked for anything. And you know what the judge gave that black man? 8 years prison. This case, the victim asked for 30. The family asked for 30. The district attorney asked for 30. 0.
Wow.
What is the difference?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I am.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can.
Skin color and gender. That's the difference. But the rape's the same. The sexual assault is the same. The crime's the same. So what's going to end up being a misstep here is that Lindsay Whiteside's attorneys were obviously pushing for nothing. So you had a very extreme thing. One side's pushing for 30 years, the other side's pushing for nothing. They got the nothing. Had they pushed a little less hard, like if the attorney would have said, we don't think 30 years, and I'm not trying to play attorney here, but we do understand the seriousness of the crime. My client is forever asking for forgiveness and sorry for everything. And we do think she does need to spend some time in prison. Like if you give her 2 years, 3 years, the uproar that followed isn't really there. People be like, okay, this is awful. She did this, she got caught, and then she got convicted and she's going to prison. This is the way it's supposed to work, right? The uproar was with, she's not going to prison at all? No, we got to do something about this. So now Aubrey's going wild on TikTok. News Channel 3's putting her on lead A-block stories. Everybody's jumping on Facebook. Got to bring justice for this victim. We don't tolerate pedophiles in DeSoto County. And so, like, I actually, two friends and stuff, predicted something like this was going to happen. Because once you bring the case against her, get a guilty plea, and then the sentencing, it's kind of like there's only so much more you can do as the district attorney of DeSoto County. But what we had known about this case for a while is that these acts did not only happen in DeSoto County. They crossed state lines. And so all it was ever going to take is a federal indictment or another state getting involved, because it's an easy political win right now. Like the worst thing that ever happened to Lindsay Whiteside is that she got sentenced to house arrest a couple of weeks ago because it put it on everybody's radar and then motivated everybody to, like, we got to do something. And now she's really up against it because she's already pleaded guilty to this. There's no out of this. There's no taking it to trial defending yourself. They have 64,000 pages of text messages. The district attorney explains it where she's trying to feed the kid with alcohol, telling the kid to delete this or don't talk about this or don't do that. I mean, it is grooming. Here's what the district attorney said about Lindsay Whiteside. It says, bad as a preacher could be to a child, as bad as an adult could be to a child. That's the way he described it. And now it's just an easy political win for anybody, particularly while the Epstein stuff is still out there. Like, you got a whole country right now talking about release the Epstein files. There's no place for pedophiles in this country. Well, now you have a high-profile case that is a slam dunk conviction. And if you're the judge at sentencing, you already seen what happened to the judge who gave her a light sentence. Like, this guy has to recuse himself, and is going to be burdened with this as part of his reputation forever. So what if you're the next judge having a sentence? You're going to hit her hard to prove a point, but also to save yourself. You don't want to be the target of Aubrey and everybody else on social media. So she's in federal custody now and facing a new charge. And I doubt this situation that culminates with sentencing is going to go as well for her. The other part of this story is there were multiple people who wrote letters of support for Lindsay Whiteside in advance of the sentencing. And several of them happen to be educators, DeSoto County school teachers, principals, school board members. And there's a big push now to get all of these letters. Some of them have been made public. And those people's lives have been turned upside down. Because I think some of them thought either they didn't know the details of the case to the extent that they were, or thought, hey, it'll be sealed and nobody will ever know. And I'm just writing a letter to support my friend's daughter, or, my daughter's friend, or little Lindsay Whiteside that I used to know from down the street. But now all of this stuff is, and so there's real pressure. How could you be an educator working with children if you are supporting that person? That person is a monster. Again, the district attorney described Lindsay Whiteside as bad as a preacher could be to a child, as bad as an adult could be to a child. How could you write a letter, support that person, and then you're in a building supposed to be protecting my children? No, you don't belong in a school building. You don't belong on a school board. You shouldn't be a principal. Like, it's gotten really, really complicated, and it sounds like it's just going to get more complicated going forward. So that's the big story that's been dominating headlines down in DeSoto County. And it's weird because at least throughout the summer, I think everybody now has sort of either just shut up about it or moved to one side of the topic. But throughout the summer, this was, you're sitting at the coffee shop or you're at the baseball field and this case comes up. And it was odd to see the difference of opinions among people, even some people I know, like trying to, well, you don't know the whole story. I know enough. And for a store owner to make that person the face of their social media in a community where the family is going to have to see that or will see that, unforgivable in my eyes. And for every single person who ever hit a like on one of those posts or complimented those posts or supported that person in any way, whether I know you or not, you messed up. You messed up. I hope you know you messed up, and you can make sense of that however you want, but you messed up. You messed up. You embarrassed yourself. There's no rationalization. Sometimes there's just right and wrong. And for you to make a family have to watch you support the person who did this to their daughter, no. I know some of you probably thought you were doing a good thing, even, because I've heard them say it, the godly thing. You weren't. You were being cruel, real cruel. Be back with GP's Carryout.
Oh my goodness! Look who it is, Zach Edey. Hey, look at it's like the cell phone bars, bro. Give us that shot again. Give us the shot. Give us the long shot again. Zoom out on that shot again, bro.
We're the cell phone bar. We're the cell phone bar.
We here, baby.
I like it.
We here.
I like it.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Playing in front of these fans is going to be the best feeling in the world. I'm super excited to play in front of them.
Let's go. They give us a lot of energy, show us a lot of love.
I always say get tickets, but there are 6 men, and we need them more than ever.
We're proud of it. Different energies, Memphis energy.
I love playing in front of the Memphis fans. They're rowdy, they're loud.
We all are one. We all are Memphis.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Catch us if you can at Southland Casino Hotel and win your share of up to $1.8 million in free play and prizes. Join us for drawings every Saturday in May, June, and July. Each month, over 900 winners will take home free play or drive off in a new car or motorcycle. Be there for all 6 grand finale drawings and try to catch us if you can, only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Watching the Grizzlies is easy with FanDuel Sports Network. If you have cable or satellite, you're all set. Find us on your channel lineup. You can also use your TV provider login to watch games on the FanDuel Sports Network app. No cable or satellite? Subscribe directly to FanDuel Sports Network online. You can also watch on Prime Video by adding a FanDuel Sports Network subscription. Not sure where to start? Visit FanDuelSportsNetwork.com to learn more.
Welcome back, Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South. Let's wrap this up with GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Had some breaking news in the past hour. NBA.
Oh, what's up? I haven't seen.
After starting 0-1 with a loss to the Memphis Grizzlies, the New Orleans Pelicans have had to shore up their front line. They have signed free agent center DeAndre Jordan.
Well, was it Missy that went down with the injury in that game? One of their bigs went down. I think it was Missy that went down in that game with a I don't know if it was ankle, foot. It was a lower leg injury. And
right ankle.
And
he's listed as day-to-day.
So when we are doing radio, like the microphone's right under the effects feeds, the microphone's right under the basket, right? And man, he was in pain.
Right.
Like I could hear him immediately yelling on the ground. So you knew it was probably pretty bad and they were going to have to do something. Yeah.
Listed as day-to-day, DeAndre Jordan is now a Pelican. It's a 1-year, $3.6 million contract, according to ESPN's Shams Charania.
What's today's biggest game?
Game 1 of the World Series.
Tonight?
Game 1 of the World Series.
Where's the buzz?
This is what happens, man. Once football gets going full speed and Wemby starts scoring 40.
Starts putting up 1 million points, yeah. Or pretty much every star in the NBA.
Yeah. It's hard to get Game 1 World Series buzz when Wemby's going big and Steph's going big. And
I mean, Friday night start's not bad, though. I'll be here tonight, but still, if I would totally settle in and watch it and watch everything else. I think they'll do a good number tonight.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm.
They'll do a better number tonight than they would tomorrow during the day, or even tomorrow night.
Or I guess they're not playing. So it's Friday, Saturday, and then Game 3 is Monday. So they're off Sunday, so they get to avoid Sunday night football. That's probably good. But yeah, Friday night's a better window for you than Saturday night because you're not dealing with college football. Tonight, you get two-time Cy Young Award winner Blake Snell on the mound for the Dodgers. He is 3-0 this postseason, 0.86 ERA. He's been awesome. And the Blue Jays are countering with the 22-year-old rookie Trey Savage. We've talked about him enough. Started the season in A-ball. And is starting Game 1 of the World Series. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I can't responsibly do anything other than take the Dodgers here. Like, Blake Snell has been amazing this postseason. The Blue Jays are starting a rookie who I know has been great. It's still a rookie starting in the World Series. I have to take the Dodgers.
Bennett says he's taking the Dodgers, laying 150. It's LA minus 150, 7 o'clock first pitch tonight on Fox.
What are we watching on TV?
I guess SmackDown tonight, 7 o'clock, USA Network, but...
What's going on? Dude, I know. I'm a bad fan. I'm a bad fan.
This is how it happens. This is how it happens.
Every year this happens.
Not for me like this. This is the first time I've gone through this in a little while.
Uh-huh.
At my peak WWE fandom, I watch everything. I watch all of it on Monday.
Hell yeah.
I watch all of it on Friday. I watch the premium live events. I'm not saying I'm like locked in on it, but it's on, and when I need to look up, I know I can look up. Then, if I slip a little bit, it's a situation where I go, all right, I guess I didn't watch Raw tonight, but let me read about it and find out everything that happened, so I'll just, keep up with the storylines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next step after that is you don't even take the time to read. And I think I have suddenly found myself in a situation where I'm not even taking the time to read. I don't even really know what's going on. I think Jey Uso is a number one contender now. Something to do with CM Punk. And that's about it. I've lost my passion.
So they are doing that NXT Halloween Havoc this weekend, which is actually, I don't really watch NXT, but that's actually cool. That used to be like a big WCW pay-per-view, and when they bought the right, they got that name and they brought it back. I remember that one being a lot of fun. So I'm just throwing that out there. That's tomorrow night. But our next big premium live event is Survivor Series in late November. I can get down with Survivor Series. It ain't what it used to be. Survivor Series used to be incredible. Like in the 90s, early 2000s, Survivor Series was one of the top dogs. I think it's lost a little bit of its luster, but once we start getting towards Rumble in January, the Royal Rumble, I will always be seated. You will never lose me. And then we get into Mania season. Like, I'll always be back. You might, because like you said, football happens, basketball happens. We get to kind of get, our attention gets grabbed, man.
I want to care. I want to care. I don't like not caring. I don't want to be somebody who doesn't care. I want to care about what's going on in WWE, but I have reached a point where I have lost my passion. I hope to get it back, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. Cody Rhodes is expected to make an appearance. Tiffany Stratton, the WWE Women's Champ, she will be in the ring. I like Tiffany Stratton.
I like Tiffany Stratton too. I love CM Punk. All right.
I got no issues with CM Punk.
I love me some CM Punk, man.
I need something to pull me back in. I'll wait for it to happen.
I'll be back. Don't you worry. I'll be back.
I want to be in love again, but I'm not in love right now.
I'm going to watch Halloween Havoc tomorrow.
I want to be in love again, but I'm not in love right now.
I'm going to pull it up during the Grizz game.
I'm not in love right now. I'm not in love right now. I want to be in love, though. I want to be in love with WWE, but I'm not right now.
Okay.
But I would like to be again.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll see about that.
We'll be back.
What's the best thing we've read?
Well, over at CBSSports.com, Matt Norlander, my colleague, has unveiled his top 101 college basketball teams heading into the season. You want to take a guess at who he's got at number one? It is Kelvin Sampson's Houston Cougars, followed by Purdue, Kentucky, Michigan, and Duke rounds out your top five. You want to see where he's got Memphis? Take a guess. Take a guess. Where does he have Memphis in his top 101?
31.
39. Here's what he wrote about Memphis. Another team where everybody left. Penny Hardaway's trying to get through even just a 6-month run without any drama, but that seems impossible with this program. The Tigers have won the American Auto Bid in 2 of the past 3 seasons, but they can't seem to handle the prospect of prosperity that well. Still, it's Memphis. This should be the best team in the conference. The transfer intake is too long to list, so I point out 3 guys I have high hopes for in keeping the Tigers as a top 40 outfit. K-State transfer Doug McDaniel at the point, McNeese State transfer Sincere Parker as the starting shooting guard, and former Kentucky-Ohio State center Aaron Bradshaw to find a home that empowers him to make good on his 5-star reputation coming out of high school.
Okay. I did hear that. I saw a lot of people saying they looked at that. They did that scrimmage the other night for the season ticket holders. A lot of people seemed really positive coming out of that thing.
Top 40, where Norlander has them, is higher than most computers that I've seen. And top 40 would have you in contention to be an at-large candidate for the NCAA tournament. So let's hope this is right.
Get to see him for the first time Monday night.
Against the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Yeah, man. I'm excited.
I am too.
What's going on this weekend?
Man, what ain't going on this weekend?
Everything.
Everything. Grizz game tonight against the Heat. Gears game tomorrow against the Pacers. Tigers and USF over at Simmons Bank.
Big weekend in Memphis.
NFL on Sunday. And then on Monday night, hoops for St. Jude tip-off. Penny Hardaway's Memphis Tigers against John Calipari's Arkansas Razorbacks. So, big weekend. And then on Monday, we already got something to look forward to.
Yeah, man.
Hey, make me one promise.
What?
When we sit in here on Monday, we're talking about a 3-0 Memphis Grizzlies basketball team. Can you promise me that?
I can promise you. Well.
Just say yes. Damn, just say yes. Tell me what I want to hear.
If Ja plays both games, I can promise you that.
Okay.
How about that?
Bennett's making promises with qualifiers. I didn't want qualifiers. I just wanted promises, but whatever. It's fine. Hey, enjoy your weekend.
Yep.
I'm going to try to enjoy mine. And we're going to meet back here Monday at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.